Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God. Let us feel God's presence in us, in all, and everywhere. Let us think of all the divine incarnations. Same vasatu jivhayam, veena pustaka dharini, murari vallabha devi, sarva shukla saraswati, mannatha sri jagannatha, matguru sri jagatguruhu, madatma sarvabhutatma, tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Mata, Guru Pita, Guru Mati, Guru Gati, Vina Guru Name Jnanam, Vina Guru Name Sthiti, Srimat Param Brahma Gurum Smarami, Srimat Param Brahma Gurum Vadami, Srimat Param Brahma Gurum Vajami, Srimat Param Brahma Gurum Namami. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters, all the gurus of all times and all places. I bow to all of you, and I bow to the entire creation. Good evening to all of you. Now you can open your eyes. It is by the grace of God and Sri Gurudev we all have assembled here to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Sri Gurudev's coming to Americas, South and North America. He came also to Canada 50 years ago. We all have assembled here in this beautiful premises of Hindu temple in Vancouver, British Columbia. And my love, regards to Swamiji's, Dr. Swami Satyaprakash Ji, and the Ma, my love to all of you. I remember one little, remark. What India has given to the world. Once a new young student, long ago, came to London to study. And there was a congregation, and he was happy to see some people, and those people criticized India, what India has given to the world: poverty, illiteracy, and so on. This young man could not bear it with. They were telling India has given nothing. And he said, at least India has given 0. You'll be surprised to know, India is the country which gave use of 0 to the humanity. What is 0? 0 is nothingness, nothing. 0 is completeness. India is the country which has given to the humanity so much. Which country, which culture, which civilization has really taught that whole humanity is one, whole earth is one family, and we all belong to the same family? Which country, which culture, which civilization has taught that we are children of immortality? Srunnantu vishve amritasya putraha aye dhamani divyani tastu mantra of the Upanishad, mantra of the Vedas. We are children of immortality. Not only they spoke of high ideals, they also showed the way how to reach there. To be healthy, India had given the healthy way of living, the knowledge of life, which is called as Ayurveda. To be healthy, to have good food, which country, which culture, which civilization has spoken with loud, authoritative voice, respect all, be vegetarian? Which country, which culture, which civilization has told to stay happy, to stay healthy, practice yoga, practice meditation? Which country, which culture has told that love all, don't treat others in a wrong way, the way you don't want to be treated? Atmanaha pratikulani na parisham samacharet. When Swami Vivekananda was asked after a talk in London, you are speaking so high of India. Has India ever conquered any country? Swami Vivekananda smiled and told, no. Why to conquer? Which country to conquer? When India was in the peak of prosperity in every aspect, your forefathers, he was a little bit, were living in caves, coloring their body. They didn't have enough clothes. Sitting in this Hindu temple. Today, this evening, the topic, as I heard, it is meditation for the mind or something. What is the topic?
Effects of meditation.
Effect of meditation on the mind. I'll tell a little, because time is also short. What is mind? What is meditation? The Upanishads declare, mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho baddho hi vishayasaktam muktam nirbisham manaha. Mind is the cause of all suffering, all miseries. Mind is the door to liberation. The mind which is attached to the worldly objects is in bondage. Mind which is free is liberated. What is this mind? We all have been blessed with mind. Animals also have mind. Can you understand or can you realize that trees have also mind? You will ask, do the trees have mind? All living beings, I'm telling all living beings, those who breathe have life. All living beings, those who breathe have souls. All living beings, those who live, they have mind. The plants and trees, they have mind. I don't know how many of you have read the autobiography of Yogi. In autobiography of Yogi, Paramahansa Yogananda is talking of two scientists. One is Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose in Bengal, and the other one is Luther Burbank in California. Both of them, when they were speaking, they have experimented, exhibited how the plants have unique lifestyle. Plants have mind. The plants recognize one who is taking care of them. Plants respond to our love. Luther Burbank, through his experiment, he showed the cactus can change its nature Rose can be thornless without genetically modifying. Just with human communication, communication of love. Animals have mind. Our pet animals, they recognize us, they run to us out of love. They understand the value of love. Animals have mind. We the human beings, we have mind, and this mind have tremendous potentiality which can be God-like with pure perfection. But unfortunately, in spite of so-called modern civilization, especially during last quite a few centuries, we have been making the mind too extrovert, too materialistic, too attracted to sense pleasure, sense enjoyment. The ancient rishis of India, they knew what mind is, they discussed what mind is, they told the way how to keep the mind clean, how to make your life beautiful with healthy mind. Sometimes ago, I was invited to talk in the psychology department in Vienna, University of Vienna. So, in course of my talk, I told, have you ever heard of yoga psychology? They said, we never heard. I asked, how old is your study of psychology? Then they said, for example, it is unfortunate. The humanity doesn't recognize what India has given to the world. Time is coming. I am a student of economics also. We are taught Adam Smith is the father of economics. Which century? Was there no economy before that? Kautilya, who spoke on Arthashastra, economics. When? Centuries before Christ. So then I told in this talk, do you know what mind is? Can you tell the distinction of the mind from intellect? Can you tell what ego is? Can you tell what they really mean to human being? They are just looking at me as if some strange thing they are hearing. Mind, we all have. We tell our children, study mindfully. Don't make your mind extrovert. Focus your mind. If the child will ask my mother or my father, can you tell me how to concentrate? What is concentration? How to get it? We don't have the answer because we are not taught. Modern education has failed to give all-round development of human being. We need good health physically, good health mentally, good health intellectually, good health spiritually. Health for the body, health for the mind, health for intellect and spiritual health also. Now come to the mind. What is mind? Mind, according to the Vedanta, according to yoga, what is mind? The ability to think. The faculty of thinking in human being is mind. This simple definition. What can mind think? Can you think something which you don't know? Suppose if I tell one word, sushi kite. Can you think? Again I am telling the word, sushi kite. You will say no. It is a German word. Its meaning is sweet. Sweet to eat. So you didn't know this. You can think. Which you don't know, you can't think. And that which you know, you can think. But again, even if you know, you cannot remember. Suppose a child is going to school to the test examination, he knows, but during examination, if she or he cannot remember, so mind is to think. This thought comes from memory. Memory is the everyday's experience. It is not the experience of this life only. Do you know? It was maybe 20 years ago when I used to travel in aeroplane. Sometimes during those days, they used to give free journals, newspaper. In Time magazine, I read one article that the scientists having the photography of the baby in the womb. The baby is inside the womb, and the photography shows the joyfulness in the face of the baby, smiling expression. Sometimes same baby, sorrowful expression, some pain. How could baby in the mother's womb change the facial expression? The doctors are confused. Does the baby have mind? Because mind feels pleasure or sorrowful state. The Western education, Western psychologists, they tell mind is formed after birth gradually, but now there is a question mark about this incident. Thing is, this mind we carry from life after life. The mind which you have, it is from life after life. One day I was traveling in the Himalayas. I was young, in my early 20s. So I was in the bus. I was having white clothes, clean shaven head, with a ponytail. And in my front, there was a couple. They had a little daughter maybe 2 years, 2.5 years, not more than that. So daughter was climbing on their lap, looking back and looking at me. And she was looking at me in such a strange way, as if she knows me, and smiling. Because I am like this, I was reserved. The child is trying to climb up and to jump to me. If I show my hand like this, it doesn't look good, unknown stranger. So parents are pulling her to keep quiet on their lap. But the child is restless. On the way, after some time of journey, they had to get down. I was curious to look at that girl. You cannot imagine. The girl was looking through the window to me till she went out of my sight. And she was looking at me, I was looking at her. From this, can you tell what is it? I'll tell you another incident. It was in Iceland. My host. So the host asked me, Swami, what do you eat? I said, vegetarian food. You don't eat fish, egg, seafood? He said, no. Vegetarian food, no onion, no garlic, no this, no that. He said, that's all? Because they don't know. So he left me at the home, went to buy vegetables. At home, they had one son and daughter. Daughter was little older, maybe 10, 11 years old. And the son was hardly 4 years old, not 5. So the father introduced me that Swami has come and he will stay here. The daughter came and as usual way, hello, came to hug me. And that little boy came, he said, hello. He did the hand like this. I was shocked to see the difference in the behavior of two children raised up in the same family. Do you know what happened? The child After a little while, came to my room. He said, in Icelandic language, he was telling, come. So I followed him. He took me to his room and he showed many things. He wanted to communicate with me, but the daughter not. I went to the kitchen, I cooked completely vegetarian food. First time in their family, in their life, they had a full vegetarian meal. And that day, that child ate so much and no complaint. The parents were shocked to see this and told me, do you know, this child always during food time cry, I'll not eat this, I'll not eat that. But today no complaint and eating so joyfully. I told you, no, this child is a vegetarian child. Don't force him to take non-vegetarian food. Experiment. You give more vegetable, you like it. So I don't want to tell more. Why? Why this child in the same family? Because that visit, it was really many incidents with that child. The purpose of telling this, we bring our mind from many lives. This body is only this many years old. For example, this body is 65 plus. And mind which you have, it is not 65, 66 years old. It is thousands of years old. With lot of many memories, good, bad, pleasant, unpleasant, all these are stored. This mind will give us success. This mind will give us failure. Mind is defined again. It is, as I told you, the thinking faculty. Mind is a flow of thoughts. You think of a glass. In glass there is water. It is not a flow. In tap there is water. It is a flow. But in the glass there is water. In the tap there is water. In the river there is water. But river is a natural flow. Tap is an unnatural flow, artificial. And in the glass of water, there is no flow, but all are water. So mind is a flow of thoughts. It's a continuous flow. And this flow is coming from where? Just the river has a source. The flow of the thoughts, it is from memory. What type of thoughts are coming to you? You will tell good thoughts, bad thoughts. If thoughts are good, positive, joyful, goal-oriented, motivating, we feel really energetic, we are happy. If the thoughts are sad, sorrowful, negative, fault-finding, judgmental, unforgiving, at that time life is miserable. It is said by the masters, mind is a flow of thought, but filter it. Intelligent people, if you want to be successful in life, filter your mind. If you filter your mind, then what will happen? You can separate the dirt, you can use clean and pure water. Similarly, you can separate dirty thoughts. You can have clear, positive, joyful thoughts, and your life will be enjoyable. Now, I will not take too much of time on speaking on mind. We all have mind, and we know how our mind is. How to make this mind filtered. So, the process of filtering the mind is meditation. Now, what is meditation? How to filter the mind? My friends, it is possible to filter the mind through meditation, and just like driving the car. Suppose I have come to Vancouver and one who is driving, the young man, his name is, what is his name? Wait, Kaushik. Kaushik is driving. Kaushik will tell Swamiji, take the key, you drive. Do you know, out of many things which I don't know, people tell that Swamiji knows everything, it is all lie. I don't know many things. So, if you give the key, I don't know even where to put the key. Suppose if I sit with eyes closed and tell, oh God, let this car move. God will tell my child, don't be stupid. I'm not going to be your driver. I have given the technique. You learn from somebody. Meditation is not just by sitting eyes you will meditate. For meditation there is a technique. There are techniques. There are different forms of meditation. I will give a simple understanding of meditation. Mind means many thoughts. Mind means many thoughts. Concentration, one or few thoughts. Mind is many thoughts per minute. Concentration is one or few thoughts per minute. And meditation is no thought. Meditation is no thought. Is it possible? The answer is yes, it is possible. How? Do you know? God is teaching us meditation every night. God is teaching us meditation every night. Yes, my dear. When? When you sleep. What happens during sleep? So it happens to every one of us. We go, we change our clothes, sometimes we take shower, we have finished everything for the day or evening. Now, with a very little clothes, we dump our body on the bed, we relax the body, we cover the body with something, or then slowly, and some people they pray to God and then they lie down. Then what happens? Slowly eyes we close, then we don't know exactly, sometimes dream comes. Then we don't know, but if you observe somebody, when somebody is sleeping, first the breath changes. Then breath changing, and then do you know how the breath changes? It happens. Breath first becomes slow, long, deep, rhythmic. Slow, long, deep, rhythmic. Slow, long, deep, rhythmic. And gradually forget. And if the deep sleep is there, we get up. Oh God, I slept so long. I have beautiful experiences of sleep. Can you imagine? Sleeping in the classroom, sitting in the front bench. Can you imagine sitting in the barber shop for a haircut and going at 8 o'clock till 12 o'clock you are sitting there. Your haircut is finished, but you are sitting there. It happened to me. If there is sleep, you forget everything. No thought, no place, no mind, nothing. When I slept in the barber shop for 4 hours at 12 o'clock when the wall clock made tong, 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 I got up. I said, oh God, it's 12 o'clock. I came at 8 o'clock. I asked the barber, why did you not wake me up? He said, you slept so deep. I had other chairs to work with. I left you to sleep there. So, is it not meditation? Paramahansa Yoganandaji said, meditation is deep sleep with consciousness. Deep sleep is meditation without consciousness. Again I am repeating. Meditation is deep sleep with consciousness. Deep sleep is meditation without consciousness. So, didn't God teach us this meditation during sleep? My friend, if you want to meditate, relax your body, relax your mind, be free from other activities, sit or here you lie down in a joyful state and slowly change your breath. There I changed your breath. You didn't know. Without your consciousness, I changed your breath naturally to make it slow, long, deep. You have to make your breath slow, long, deep, slow, long, deep, slow, long, deep. And you'll go into deep meditation. Just like in deep sleep, no thought. You can get that state. And how meditation helps us? So, you want to be successful? Everybody will tell yes.
Yes.
You want good health? everybody will tell yes. You want joyful state, everybody will tell yes. So, how? Meditate. Meditate, meditate. We listen to beautiful composition on Kriya Yoga. And those who do not know Hindi, I know little, not too much. So, Swami Dr. Satyaprakash ji, he had prayer to gurus of Kriya Yoga in Sanskrit, and he sang the beauty of Kriya Yoga in Hindi. Kriya Yoga is a meditation technique which is considered as the most ancient technique. You will say, how? How do you tell like this? I will give only two examples. First is my Guru. My Gurudev said, God brought the supreme mystery of Kriya Yoga with his creation. In other words, Kriya Yoga is as old as creation. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Imam vivasvate yogam praktavan aham abhyam vivasvan manave praha. I taught this mystery of yoga. You will tell, he taught mystery of yoga. Which yoga? Why you are telling Kriya Yoga? I tell you with the other example. Such Patanjali. In the Vedic tradition, there are 6 philosophies. 6 traditional schools of philosophy. Sankhya, Vaisheshika, Nyaya, and so on, yoga. Yoga philosophy, its propounding father is says Patanjali, and his classic text is Yoga Sutra. In Yoga Sutra, there is the word yoga, yoga, yoga. And what is this yoga, yoga, yoga? He's telling which yoga? People speak of Ashtanga yoga, but it is not true. He used one yoga, the name. It is Kriya Yoga. It is from the text, you can verify it. He used only the name of Kriya Yoga, not any other yoga, not Hatha Yoga, not Raja Yoga, not Kriya Yoga. He said, what is Kriya Yoga? Tapaha Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is the integration of tapas, swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. Tapa is self-purification, swadhyaya, self-study, Ishvara Pranidhana, surrendering to God, loving God. In other words, Kriya Yoga is the integration of action, knowledge, and devotion. That is, you can find the reference of Kriya Yoga in many different texts. I'll just tell you, one day, Sri Lakshmanji is asking Lord Rama, my brother, what did you do? You look so peaceful. He said, I was practicing Kriya Yoga. You will tell, from where did you find it? You can refer to Adhyatma Ramayana, Kishkindhya Kanda. He's talking, I am practicing Kriya Yoga. So, exact name is Kriya Yoga there. So, Kriya Yoga is a technique which helps us, it is a scientific technique, as my Gurudev told, and it helps us to keep our body healthy, mind peaceful, good intelligence, memory. When I lived with my Gurudev, by God and Gurudev's grace, he gave me the opportunity to spend some time, not complete whole period, from 1980 till 2002, within this 22 years of, so even sometimes we spend 24 hours, except he going to toilet. Even sometimes I help to wash his body also. So I have seen him, and his memory, oh God, you cannot imagine his memory, even in age of 80, in 90, the memory. How could he get that memory? And why we can't get this memory? Yes, we all can have that memory. We can all have good physical health. Meditation helps. This meditation, remember, it is, although we call Kriya Yoga, it is not body gymnastic. Do some exercises, some hatha yoga, that's fine to keep your body healthy. But Kriya Yoga is a simple meditation technique which is based on breath regulation, concentration in the chakras, and through this breath regulation and concentration in the chakras, you can bring your mind, intellect, ego, memory purification to all these four faculties, and you will go deep into meditation. And this meditation technique is handed down by the teacher and to the student and so on. And people of all different faiths, Muslims, Jews, all different faiths, they are practicing. And for this practice, there is no need of rituals because it is spiritual. And in philosophy of Kriya Yoga meditation, the first thing is your body is the temple. We have come to this temple. Temple is a beautiful structure. If you go to Puri from where we are, there is temple of Lord Jagannath. The temple is about 1,000 years old. And 1,000 years old temple so high. How could they take stones so high? Huge stones. How could they sculpt so meticulously 1,000 years ago? Technology was there. Not the modern technology to lift up the so body is, that temple is man-made, this body is the God-made temple. Remember this. Inside the temple, if there is no deity in the temple, it can be archaeological element, a site, but not a temple. We enter the temple to have the darshan of the deity. So we come to the temple, you go and have darshan. Similarly, you have to enter this body temple. Inside the body temple, there is presence of the divine. Inside this body temple. When you go inside the temple, you see the divine, you pray. Here you close your eyes, go into the body temple and find an altar where you can sit and pray. Here is my beloved. So you have to find yourself, where is your altar and how to pray, how to meditate. Here prayer is not with words, through silence. Just to think, when the child is coming back from school and leaving the school bag, running to the mother, and both are hugging for a moment, at that time no talk, nothing. Similarly, you are inside the temple, being one with your beloved, and mother knows my child is hungry. Mother knows I have to feed my child. Similarly, in this meditation, there is a simple distinction between meditation and prayer. It is said in prayer, we talk to God. In meditation, God talks to us. First, I will be silent. So when I am silent, in Kriya Yoga meditation, we are taught to listen to the sound of silence. And so on. Meditation brings us all-round development. My Gurudev told, Kriya Yoga gives us simultaneous development of body, mind, intellect, and soul. Simultaneous development. Not that do this, you get physical benefit, do this, you will get mental benefit. No, it gives simultaneous development. How long one is to practice? It depends upon you. If one is in hurry, one eats very quickly. If one is having time, eat slowly. And eating slowly is good.